it seems like nowadays a lot of these good riders are separating. And I just going to kind of get your take on what's going on. I mean, this year, 2011, it seems like the Nationals aren't really stacked. I mean, you got great riders all over the place.
Well,
can you talk a little bit about that?
It's definitely spread out throughout the whole country now, even the world. I mean, you see great riders like Jeremy Warnier coming from France, proving that he was a force to be reckoned with. This guy can ride. Other people that I've helped into the sport, Jeremy Lawson, Josh Creamer. Josh, an unbelievable rider.
Yeah, he's basically finding work elsewhere.
Yes, he may be working on the West Coast.
He's going to go run the works.
Yes.
Well, what do you take of this? What's going on?
I say more power to him. I say he won the Nationals. Let's win the Work Series.
Okay.
That's what I say. And Josh, there's nobody harder than Josh out there. I know this for a fact. I mean, he's a great rider.
Didn't you find Josh Creamer?
Yeah, Josh came to my shop. I mean, I think he looked like he was 12. I think he was 17. But he came there and we started riding together. This is in '04. And he helped me as a person. I felt I was kind of burned out, and he kind of rekindled a fire.
Yeah, I remember he'd be at the gate, sweeping your gate and getting your goggles ready. I remember,
yeah. So Josh was a great rider. He is unbelievable, and is super naturally talented. When I seen his level of talent, I knew there was going to be less room for riders of my capability in the pro class, because these younger riders were just super talented. I mean, Cody Gibson, another rider that we helped, nobody more talented than Cody. He shines. Great rider. Masanuji Kawasaki. But yeah, the talent is all over the country now, and I think it's a good thing to get some people like Creamer out on the West Coast to ride, and New England, a place that I helped build.
Yeah, the NEATV. That series, I remember there was at Southwick in a couple races. Yeah. There was those NEATV races were bigger than some of the nationals.
Huge. There are 500 riders, and you have people like Cody Miller, another Walsh rider.
And I believe Dustin Wimmer's going to race there.
He may. There's rumors that Dustin may ride there, and if he does, I mean, we'd love to see him at the Nationals, but I mean, everybody's getting older. People need to make money, so I mean, if he needs to ride there, more power to him. I mean, it's great.
To me, it's just a little unfortunate that every couple years the sport kind of falls on its face and things happen like this. I think it should be one national series where the best riders compete.
Yeah, I mean, I really love it. I love the TT motocross GNC national champion.
We're old school diehard guys, you and I. Yeah. I do too, and there's a lot. Many people watching us right now probably would disagree, but I love the fact that you had to excel in both.
That was the true Grand National champion. I mean,
I agree. Sorry, all you that don't, because there's a lot of you that don't. But I used to love going to 6TT and 6
It was
motocross.
great, and everything was just way less stressful back then. And the TTs were, I mean, sick. I mean, it made everything, to me, it made everything more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You had people that excelled in TT, and you had people that excelled in motocross, and at the end of the year, you'd have the number one, the best guy.
Right.
And it was just awesome. I mean, that's what I grew up with watching. We grew up doing that. So I mean, people who grow up, they say it's in your blood, and I'm a firm believer in things are, you can't change. That's just the way I feel about it.
Talking about this factory riders for a minute, let's go back to that factory kind because it's a great subject. Honda doesn't seem to sponsor much. There's never really a factory Honda team. And their approach has been not to spend too much money on the sport, but it's still, there's a ton of Hondas out there. Their company does well financially. So my question I'm getting at here is, what if you didn't? I don't think you have it in you. But what if Walsh Racecraft just quit sponsoring people and there was no Jeremy Lawson? Would you succeed still like Honda does?
I think it's a possibility that we would. That's a good question. I think that we would succeed. I know companies, aftermarket companies, that do that. They do very little sponsoring.
There's a lot of times that you spend a lot of money on sponsorship.
I spend a lot of
stuff.
money on sponsoring.
Time away from building parts.
But
you know.
Walsh gives back to the people who give to Walsh, and therefore you get the Walsh Contingency Program. People have benefited and made money through the Walsh Contingency Program, and I was a racer. And
how's that work? Sum that up a little bit.
The contingency program is awesome. Basically, you get a racer discount. I believe it's 15% off when you sign the contract. And after that, there are 3 series that pay all.
What's the requirements? You got to run a Walsh.
You got to have a Walsh front end.
Okay.
And decals, and the front end has to be bought at the beginning of the season. That's the stipulation. And when you do that, then you're eligible for the contingency, and it's ITP quad cross. It's also any ATV, and of course the GNC.
Okay.
And I believe it's GNCC as well. Our champion Chris Borge, hats off to him. He's phenomenal. Did great for us in the last couple of years, and we're proud to work with him. His father, Joey, everybody, that whole crew is there hardcore and get the job done. So yeah, the contingency though is I think it's a great product because if you perform, you reap the benefits, and I believe that's how life should work. Nobody should get anything handed to them, but when it makes them work harder, and I think it will bring out the best rider in them. That's the Walsh Racecraft saying. Building the best possible product, bring out the best possible rider in you. And I believe that's the same way.